Hey, it's Darcy at Mind Sculpt Games, and we're trying something new. I'm behind the counter during business hours, and we're going to try to play an unboxing game because I got a 5-box shipment in from one of my distributors. We're just going to talk about what's in it, why it's there, and what we're going to try to do with our orders. So right now in store we got 4 different things going on. We got D&D over here. There are regulars. On the table you can see the pairings for round 1 of our Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. So we got our Yu-Gi-Oh tournament guys at these 2 tables. We got some casual players too. We do have that Magic League going on in the back. And then we got a mom and daughter browsing our board games over there. Hopefully they'll get some good family learning going in. So Thursdays are pretty busy for us. Thursdays are my main day in the shop for whatever reason. Sometimes Thursdays are better for us than Friday or Saturday financially. And it's a day where I try to get a lot done. We run a tournament, that kind of thing. It's a little noisy in here. But we're going to go through some boxes. So I'm going to show you these. We got 5 boxes over here from our favorite distributor, which is GTS. My rep, Mark, really helps me out. So he's my go-to guy. And we're going to open the boxes and talk about what's inside. All right, so the first 2 boxes we're going to show you. Hey, it's Darcy at Mind Sculpt Games, and we're trying something new. I'm behind the counter during business hours, and we're going to try to play an unboxing game because I got a 5-box shipment in from one of my distributors. We're just going to talk about what's in it, why it's there, and what we're going to try to do with our orders. So right now in store we got 4 different things going on. We got D&D over here. There are regulars. On the table you can see the pairings for round 1 of our Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. So we got our Yu-Gi-Oh tournament guys at these 2 tables. We got some casual players too. We do have that Magic League going on in the back. And then we got a mom and daughter browsing our board games over there. Hopefully they'll get some good family learning going in. So Thursdays are pretty busy for us. Thursdays are my main day in the shop for whatever reason. Sometimes Thursdays are better for us than Friday or Saturday financially. And it's a day where I try to get a lot done. We run a tournament, that kind of thing. It's a little noisy in here. But we're going to go through some boxes. So I'm going to show you these. We got 5 boxes over here from our favorite distributor, which is GTS. My rep, Mark, really helps me out. So he's my go-to guy. And we're going to open the boxes and talk about what's inside. They're actually demo games, so we played a lower percentage on these games, and we're going to open up and stick them on our shelves. I'm actually really excited about these because my daughter's going to love them. So from GTS, we got 2 boxes of demos, and they're all HABA games. So we're going to have open in store games like Monster Tort, where kids can build cakes together, lots of fun pieces, that kind of thing. And the nice thing about demos, it's an added value that game stores can give you that other places can't. We'll be able to stick these on our game shelf. Our game library is up there. You guys see that? There we go. Game library's up there, but these are actually going to keep in a lower area for kids to be able to grab. That way families can see what it's like to game together. So we're going to have dancing eggs on our game library, which if you check that out, that's parents playing with kids. Nice, fun game, good. But this carton, if you haven't played a lot of board games, or even if you have, you don't know exactly what's inside here. But the nice thing about Mind Sculpt Games is with our game library we're going to be able to put together, you're going to be able to touch this and see if you'd like it for your family. So we got all sorts of games. We got Dragon Rapid Fire. Now we do have copies of these on the shelf, so any of these games, if you liked them in store, we could sell these to you. So we have Hamster Clan. We have Shapes and Colors. The nice thing about HABA is it pretty clearly lists the game age for the younger kids on the front, and then the bigger ones, it's on the back. So this one says 4 to 8 years. Tells you it's going to take 10 to 15 minutes. That's appropriate for their attention span. All these games, though. My daughter's birthday, she turns 2 on October 23rd, and we're going to have a little board game party at the shop where she's going to get to play any game she wants. So if she wants to play Go-Go Little Penguin, she's going to be able to take it off our shelf. She's going to play it for however long my 2-year-old plays it. And she's going to be able to learn, get that tactile experience. We'll get the family time together, and we'll go through it. So if we got to affiliate with any one board game company, it probably is HABA because they target families to play together. They really believe in the educational value of games. They make it easy and appealing. They win all sorts of awards, but you can see what skills your kids might build, how the game's going to be built, that kind of thing. And as a parent, I have 2 kids. I have a 6-year-old and I have a 2-year-old, and I've educated an educator that works at a middle school. I've worked at a high school. I'm an aunt of a lot of kids. We got 8 nieces and nephews in town, and Haba is the board game type that seems to work best for us. And just like the appeal for a kid to be able to build the castle and see if you can knock down the castle or you don't want to knock down the castle, those types of things, the tactile experience, that really is important for a kid because it's built in reading and math, but it's got to be fun for the kid too. So we also want that component of engagement. If we're talking about stealth learning or tricking the kid into learning, it's got to look appealing. So we got a dragon, we got the fun graphics, and they're going to... All right, now we're going to take a look in Demo Box 2. So we actually spent almost $300 just on demo games this order. And that's not something we normally do, but we really do. We want to brand ourselves as Mind Sculpt Games or Games Build Brains. So we're bringing in demos of games like Meow Meow. So if a 12-year-old girl comes in and she wants to look at playing this with her family, then they can find an attractive, fun game to play. Like, we don't want to just be a Magic Clubhouse. We want to be a game store that really appeals to families. So of course we're going to sell Magic cards. Of course we're going to sell Yu-Gi-Oh! Those things will sell for us pretty routinely. But we're also going to be a place where you can come in, you can pick up Logic Labyrinth, you could have a enrichment math day with your kid, practice some spatial logic. This game plays in approximately 15 minutes. We sell it on our shelf. We sold one to a grade school teacher just last week. We sold one over summer to the high school math teacher. She actually uses it with her grandkids and in class. And we just got lots of games that you can do cool things with. So Fiery Dragons, you can, I don't even know what this game's about, but I'm going to open it and find out. And the nice thing about a game store that lets you get your hands on things that has demos is that you can trust the product. So we know our board games. We like to talk about our board games. If we don't know our board games, we'll do some research for you. There's a new edition of Rhino Hero that just came out that we ordered 3 of, so we'll talk more about that. But this is another one of those fun building games. Kids like to get their hands on things. And truthfully, you know, as a parent, I might dream of owning this many board games, and maybe you do too. You're more than free to come buy all of them. We own Hannah Honeybee. Hannah picked this one out. That's my daughter. She's 2. This is her favorite game. I might have encouraged her because it has her name in it. But you roll the dice, you match the color, you pick one of the flower cubes, and then you put it in here, and it's going to turn it from flower to honey. And then you put the honey in the pot, and when you fill the honey pot, you win. You can get a wilted flower, which takes one of them out. So you can lose, but you're not going to, the 2-year-old's not going to lose very often. It's a very tactile game. It's a fun game. She likes to run around with the honey and go, or with the bee and go buzz. But it's just, it's nice to be able to offer somewhere that has a game library. So I think we're really going to put on a cool experience. We got Animal Upon Animal. We got Monza. And I'm just going to take you through everything we got. Now, we haven't really spent this much on demos before. Honestly, our demos from earlier were just our board games. We got a couple trade-ins for games, some that we put on the shelf. To be fair, I do not think I've sold a used board game yet at Mind Sculpt Games, but I've traded for a few. Prima Ballerina. We got a dance studio next door to us, so maybe somebody will come in on the break between 2 dance classes and come hang out and play with us. We sell snacks, that kind of thing too. But just lots of games. We actually don't have some of these on our shelf, but after we demo them, maybe we'll buy them. This one, my niece owns this. My niece is 3. This is one of Hannah's favorite games. That's my daughter. They love the pieces. I guess My Little Pony's enough of a thing that they like to play with the glitter luck symbols, the unicorns, the ponies, the dice. It's very appealing for a kid. I think Haba does good psychological research in terms of how kids learn, what kids like. Their games are very appealing to them. Wow, we got so many demos. I asked for one of everything Haba, and that's what I got. 2 boxes worth. I even got a little puppet here, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get in the market for puppets, but we have one on demo. We'll see what we do with that. I mean, we focus on board games, card games, miniatures, paints, board games with painting in it. You want to play Picasso? It's kind of a drawing game, but you mix things up and you see what kind of art you really get. This one we have on the shelf, Lady Richmond. This one I have not played. You can see these are German games, so probably why we haven't brought this one in to buy. Animal Upon Animal. There are some with the branding in English, and this one's German, but Animal Upon Animal, here we turn. It's a building game with the pieces to see how high you can get up there. We have this one. This is a 6 to 99, so age 6 plus can play it. It kind of has the Harry Potter feel, the Dungeons and Dragons feel, but it's very kid-friendly, so maybe more like Redwall. I don't know, you guys read Redwall? Talking animals and things like that. Paul and the Moon. Lots of different games in our demos. Here's the new one, Rhino Hero Super Battle. So we brought in 3 different copies of this. I really think this is going to be a good holiday game, one of those gifts that you can give that gives twice because you give it to the kid, plus you give them your time, and you get that face-to-face interaction. So this game is 5 to 99 years, 2 to 4 players, 10 to 15 minutes. It's built off a staple of the game industry. Rhino Hero has sold a lot of copies. A 3D card stacking game, so that manual dexterity, which is actually a pretty important skill for kids, and they can build it up on something besides a video game controller, but actually building with their hands a card house type thing, and then seeing who wins the battle on the skyscraper. So those are all our demos, and I'll take a break and we'll show you what's next. Alright, so it's almost 8 o'clock. We have our Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament going into round 3. Our D&D players are still here. We got some Magic players playing League, and we're going through different boxes now. So I talked to you about our demos, and we're not going to sell those, but we are going to build our brand with them. And it is purposeful marketing to bring those demos in. I'm going to play with my kids, yeah, but I'm going to market to moms with it and tell them, hey, this is how you spend time with your kids in the modern world. You put away the cell phones and you play some games. So what I'm going to take you through now, I'm going to talk to you some about the product that we are going to try to make money on and why we're ordering it. So in this box, we have some Dragon Shield restocks. So these are matte mint. Dragon Shields we sell at $11 a box. We go through tons of them. These are 100 protectors in the box. Mint's a new color. We got 10 boxes in here, so a full display box. This will sell fast for us. So I think we have about 10 Dragon Shield colors in stock. People like variety. We keep them in. We do have other sleeves and stuff. Like up here, you can see we have 2 spinnies of sleeves. We have more sleeves that you can see. Oh, they're kind of far away, but on this gondola over here, we have a bunch of sleeves. And we just sell a lot of sleeves. They're consumables. Players are always going to buy them, and we're always going to have them. So we have the mint. We got Petrol, another new color over there, and we have Jet. Jet's actually a restock, I believe, recent color within the last 6 months or so. We also have a new release of Pokemon, so we got trainer boxes for Shining Legends. We just got our approval. My background check just finished with Pokemon, so I can be a professor. There's certain things they check on to make sure you can host Pokemon tournaments, and you gotta, make sure you're not allowing sex offenders in on your tournaments, that kind of thing. Pokemon protects its players. They market to children and adults, but these trainer boxes are going to be hot sellers for us. The trainer boxes always come with a nice storage box. They come with a dice set. They come with counters. They come with packs of the newest set, and they come with sleeves. So we got the legendary bird, Ho-Ho. That's Ho-Ho. And these boxes will be pretty hot for us. Let me see what we sell our Elite Trainer boxes at. We got this one marked at $38, so $38, and you can come get the Shining Legends box. We're hoping that'll be hot. We're trying to grow Pokemon. It is a process. Pokemon is sold a lot of places these days. Every Target, every Walmart, every GameStop, every game store. So, we don't have a ton of the market share. Our regulars don't sit down and play Pokemon as much, but we do have a Trainer Tuesday. So we got trainer kits. These are easy to play 2-player learning sets. On Trainer Tuesday, we have adults that play. Every adult in our family knows how to play Pokemon. And we sit down and we teach kids how to play fair. The reading and the math we'll coach them with. We talk to them about rarity and fair trades. We'll coach them through deck building. Honestly, we meet a lot of kids that own Pokemon cards that have no idea what they're worth. And they might go to school and trade with somebody that does know what they're worth, and then they're out some value. So we just want to make sure that kids can get more out of Pokemon than just, ooh, this one's my favorite Pokemon. So we teach them to play. And, we serve our family in a lot of things that we do. So my son comes and he plays, and my nephews come and play, that kind of thing. So we are trying this video during store hours. I just had a customer leave and I lost my focus, so I waved, I stopped the camera, asked her a question, and then she walked out the door. So keeping going on the kid theme, we do really want to be family friendly, so Apples to Apples Jr. This allows an age 4 plus up to 8-player game. This is definitely something we'll stick on our shelves. I mean, we have Bibles, Apples to Apples, and we have Apples to Apples Junior. A lot of the mass market games, like if you can actually get it at Walmart in Great Bend, we're probably not going to compete with them and carry it. We try to carry different stock. So Apples to Apples itself, we may or may not carry, but Apples to Apples Junior, we'll bring it in. And then there are a couple things we ordered, like this is Ultimate Werewolf. If you look at the back, it looks kind of Halloweenish. Well, it's October, and we're going to get in more Halloween-type games. Games are good for holidays and not just Christmas gifts. So your family gets together for Halloween, the kids go trick-or-treating, the adults play an Ultimate Werewolf game, or they play Arkham Horror, or they sit down with the Dungeons and Dragons Drow game. I mean, it's just a good way for families to engage, and I don't mean like children at this point. I mean brothers and sisters in their 30s who have adult time after the kids go to bed. Board games are a safe, reasonable way to do it. I mean, if you really, as an adult, if you want to stay out of trouble, you don't want to worry about drinking or drugs, or, I don't know, maybe handle light alcohol well with a game, play Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. Someone's a traitor and you got to figure it out. So this is a brand new game. It has the Dungeons and Dragons theme. Baldur's Gate used to be a hit of a CPU game, computer game. And this, we even got some promo cards to go with it because this game just released. So if you want to be one of the first 3 people in Great Bend to own this game, we got copies. Betrayal at House on the Hill. I expect this one to sell well. Talking about risk, we don't order a lot of board games. Like we don't order 10 of any board game. Ordering 2 of a single board game is kind of a risk for us, but we actually ordered 3 of that game. We also brought in Jaipur. Games in this price point and this size are actually really attractive for us. A $100 game is a big investment for a lot of people, and if you're buying a $100 game, you're probably a hardcore gamer. And since we're marketing to families, we're trying to get the casual gamers, we need to build up our gaming environment. Games this size, this price point, this difficulty level, it's just 2 players. It's very easy to pick up. You don't have to have a dedicated group where you need 8 people to play for 4 hours. Jaipur is just one of those easy pickup games, and it takes 30 minutes to play. So this kind of thing's on our shelf if you just want some fun resource allocation trading games, easy to play, quick, not going to be too costly. We'll make sure we got those in. And we talked about this a little bit, but Haba really, if you think of Mind Sculpt Games locally, you should think of Haba. Now we don't sell this stuff online because, you know, this is going to be a lot to ship, but as educators, my husband teaches at the high school. I work at the middle school as an instructional technology coach helping the teachers with technology. We want what we do in Mind Sculpt Games in our off hours to matter to education. So these games that help kids, help families, we definitely bring them in. Now, if you were a 10-year-old kid, I'm not going to say, hey, you can be smarter playing this game unless you look like you want to be smarter or you act like it. But as a parent, you can trick them into having fun. My kid learned to multiply not because I taught him, but because he wanted to know how Mewtwo's X-Ball ability works. So that's just how we go as a family. So that finishes another box. I'm going to pause it, maybe take some results for the round, and then we'll show you more of our order. All right, so the place is hopping tonight. I was just selling some things. My dad's over here. I'm going to show you my dad. He's essential to our business plan. That's my papa. He's got an extra computer over there looking up cards in the case for one of our customers. So we are doing a lot tonight, but I kind of want to give you an inside view. So we're behind the counter now. You can see live things. We got our iPad over there with our Square processor. Let me raise that just a bit. But we're going to go through another box. Inside this box, we have a couple more Pokemon cards. We're slowly trying to build our Pokemon stock so people have stuff to choose. If we're going to run Pokemon Trainer Tuesday and hopefully soon pre-releases after I get my professorship all approved, we want to have the variety. So Lycanroc again, that's my son's favorite Pokemon right now. He runs around pretending to be Lycanroc, so thought I'd get some. I mentioned the Halloween theme earlier. This is the Castle Ravenloft board game I was talking about. The nice thing about this one, actually the last person I sold this to really cared that he could play it alone. So this is for 1 to 5 players. So somebody that wants to learn more about D&D but doesn't necessarily have a play group, this is a great game to learn. And then once you've played it once or twice by yourself, you can play it with a group. It's very easy. Dungeons and Dragons can take hours of prep, and people enjoy doing that preparation. But those board games make it real easy to grab and play. We have a board game demo guy, Dan Renegans. He's a fellow educator out in Russell. He's been doing videos for us. He's going to do game reviews. But he brought Mission Red Planet to one of our demo nights. I thought, wow, that's a really cool cooperative game. So I bought it. So if you want to head to Mars and try to survive, this is the game for you. It's now the game for us. So, I mean, if people bring games in and we like them and we can play them, we'll get them. We also are trying to stock up more on these, I don't want to call them generic family games, but more mass market family games. So we got Wits and Wagers here. Been around since 2008. It's on the Mensa's top list. If we're Mind Sculpt Games or Games Build Brains, we pick a lot of Mensa Select games to fill our shelves. It's won a lot of awards, very solid game. We had Wits and Wagers Family Edition on the rack, so we went ahead and bought the Deluxe Edition. Third copy of Baldur's Gate there. Munchkin also sells really well for us. I just sold Rick and Morty Munchkin today. And this is Munchkin Booty, so it's about pirates. And right now, Ixalan has made pirates a thing. So I dressed up as a pirate for the Ixalan release. My husband dressed up as a vampire, and I'm hoping somebody will think, I want to play Munchkin with pirates. Munchkin's a quick and easy card game. There's lots of editions. There's expandable versions. So we used to play with friends that had a 2-slot box full of Munchkin cards. And we have Night Before Christmas, again, another one of those Halloween stock-ups. So you can play with your friends around Halloween. Night Before Christmas, we have a card game on the shelf, too, if anybody's a fan of that. Betrayal at House on the Hill, kind of a witch hunted type thing, deadly monster thing. So this is a board game classic. We're going to stock this all year. But I'm hoping to sell through a couple of these for the Halloween season. And in fact, we've sold 2 this month, which, you know, that's not a ton, but we're in a town of 15,000 and we're trying to grow. We order 1 board game at a time. Aeon's End is another pretty classic one lately. It's in its 2nd edition here, so it got a 2nd printing. It's another one that you can play alone. This is 1 to 4 players. And not that, you know, board games aren't just meant for cultural settings. Magic, you can build your deck at home. You can read articles while you're alone. And it's nice to be able to play a board game alone if you want to. But it is a cooperative deck building game, so you can play it in groups. You can get better at it. It plays in an hour. Looks kind of, you know, Halloween-ish if you want to pick this one up. Got lots of good games here. This game, In a Pickle, I taught English for 6 years, and both these are games that I would have used in my English class. So Story Cube, you roll the dice, you tell a story based on the dice, whether that's making the whole story off the dice or a sentence at a time. Age 8+, great family game, 1 or more players. I've played this with my 6-year-old son quite a few times. In a Pickle is a, you know, let me see. You have to fit words inside other words, and usually it's spatial logic, but then sometimes you get metaphorical things like Hollywood. You can fit a lot of things in Hollywood, but you can fit Mars in Hollywood because it can be produced in Hollywood. So it's a metaphor game, really. My husband doesn't like to play this with me anymore because he says I use words so loosely that anything could fit, but the more control you have over the English language, the more fun this game is. So 2 to 6 players. I use this in Upward Bound when I taught them about language. We use this in our creative writing club. I play this game a lot. I love it. It's an easy family game. Kids enjoy it too. The rules aren't too hard to play. Then we got some more games. We got Iota. It's another Mensa Select game. So Mind Sculpt Games or Games Build Brains, 8+, about 30 minutes of play. It's another one of those patterns type game. Let me get you a little closer there. But it doesn't take up much game space, and it helps our brand, builds us up. We also brought in some Roll-It, so just, you know, easy to play games that seem pretty comfortable to the customer. That's what we're going for. If your grandma likes Yahtzee, she might like this, so bring it home to the family. You can play 2 different versions there. Then I showed you Jaipur earlier. This is Istanbul, bigger version of it. This one will probably take 40 to 60 minutes for 2 to 5 players. Solid game. You know, not too much to say about that besides lots of game stores have sold lots of copies of these. So we're bringing it in, trying to expand what our players can do. Now we are in Kansas. We got a lot of hunters, a lot of cowboy types, Wyatt Earp. You know, that's a Kansas thing. So in this one, you're trying to catch the banditos, desperados, rustlers, and thieves. You're the sheriffs, and you try to hunt them down. So we'll see if this has the right flavor to draw us in more customers. You want to buy Uncle Joe a gift, and he likes cowboys and horses, and, you know, come buy it at Mind Sculpt Games. You want to play it with your 10-year-old kid? It's ages 8+. You want to hang out and just try something different? Wyatt Earp is it's a pretty good card game, so it's by Griffin Games. Then, we got to make sure we have the staples of the Pokemon environment. So we got some Pikachus, quick as lightning. These are actually pretty nice packs. They got the cute foil inside there. They got the cute pin. And then inside you get Shining Legends, which is the new release. So I expect, we only got 2 of these. Truthfully, our Magic sales like blow Pokemon out of the water. Our Yu-Gi-Oh sales are definitely far above Pokemon. We still have some Pokemon that we stocked on day 1. And that's not really true of any other sealed product we brought in for card games. But we're growing the environment, and I really believe like Pokemon's one of the strongest card games out there in terms of growth right now. Pokemon Go did some really good things. Their mass market appeal is there. And we're just hoping we get more and more players that want to use the game for, actually playing the game and not just buying the cards. So we made it through another box. We'll pause and get back to you. All right, so we're finishing up our last round of Yu-Gi-Oh! We only have one undefeated player after this. It's about 8 o'clock. Our D&D players have headed home for the night. We got 2 Magic League players still going. We've had customers all night. It'll be a good night in Square Up when I look at the sales report. That's good. Our local community is supporting us. We had somebody that came in today. I asked them how they discovered Mind Sculpt Games. It was a mom and a daughter, and she said, I saw one of your videos on Facebook. And I said, yeah, we try really hard on Facebook. It's one of our best ways to reach our customers. So I have another box to go through. We did pick up Arena of the Planeswalkers. So, this is Shadows over Innistrad. It's kind of old. We've played this board game. We liked it enough. But it's got figurines. It is a miniature war game for Magic the Gathering. I played Magic the Gathering since I was 13. Most of our customers have some base in it. I won't say everybody plays it because not everybody does. But it is the most popular single title at our store. So we thought we'd bring in some of the side games. We'll see if they sell. We also have the Battle for Zendikar expansion. So this has Kiora and Obnixilis. And then we got the base set. So we own this one. This is in our game library up there. We've played it a few times. Liliana is definitely the most powerful in this game. But the figures are pretty cool. So you get the 5 iconic Planeswalkers of Magic the Gathering. You play them on a hex grid layout. I don't know if you ever played HeroScape, but it looks a lot like that. You do have to worry about height and range. You can summon your creatures, put them on the battlefield. There are extra boost spells you can do. It's a pretty solid game. It was probably a little overproduced, so you can still find copies of it in lots of places, and that might hurt the value of it a little bit. That's actually a risky game for us to bring in, but we figure we have a big enough clientele for Magic that we might be able to sell them. And truth be told, a lot of the things we order, I think, if it doesn't sell, I'd like to play it. That's one of the tests on whether or not we buy it. So we are in the last box of GTS, and I'm going to show you something. We already sold 2 of these today. I was kind of slow on making the video, so we popped open a box when one of our customers were here. This is a Dragon Shield kit. So up here you got the life counter box, and you get 2 coins inside here, so you can place your life at like 20 plus 8, whatever it would be. And then inside there are play mats, and here's the picture of the play mat. So this is the dragon, and these match the Dragon Shield boxes, and they match the Dragon Shield colors. So I'm going to guess this is orange, but I should know. But for 18 bucks, you could definitely find out. But you could have the matching card protector, Dragon Shield sleeve set, and the mat. So we're trying to sell more and more mats, card accessories. When we just started, the only play mats and binders we brought in were ones we bought out of collections because we wanted to sell through the stuff we already had, because honestly, years of buying collections, we had lots of extra binders, and we wanted to monetize them. So when we opened up shop, we tried to sell through them. So we got, show you all the different colors. I'm pretty sure this is the mint colored dragon playmat. So you can see that. We got the orange, sunbursty color. Let me grab some more. Ugh, sorry if that's messing with the camera. Let's see. Got another one of the mints. This guy might be cobalt. I'm not really sure what his color is, but if you came in and asked me, I'll know the day of. But for the video, we're just kind of going through it. Ooh, jet. This is a jet black guy, so you can see the big dragon there. That is my Yu-Gi-Oh! Round time. Let me get to that. So I just turned off my Yu-Gi-Oh timer, and one of my customers at the counter said, let me see that jet black one, and now he's looking at the mint one. So I think this would be a pretty hot product for us that sell. The price point's $18, and that's really affordable in terms of getting a playmat, a case, a carrying case, and the coins that go with it, plus the ability to match out your sleeves. So high quality product. We've already sold 2 today. There's another one in a customer's hand. Hopefully after somebody seeing this video, we'll sell some more. Whew, my voice is, man, this is a lot of work at the end of the day. Now, I already worked a school day at my job. Let's see, what did I do today? I helped a teacher with Discovery Ed and book boards. I had a meeting with administration and other instructional technology coaches and the counselors. I worked with a project where we were doing stop animation in Google Slides in an English classroom. I answered some questions about Fluency Tutor. I answered a question about screenshots to get pictures. I made some rosters. I created an Excel sheet with student placements that we're going to use for scheduling. Yakety yak yak yak. Like I talked a lot at work, then I've been selling to customers, and now I'm making a video. You know, I'm working a job and owning a business and trying to build a brand. So good luck to me. We'll pull this box up here and see what we got inside of it. So again, the Pokemon theme was a big part of this order. So here we got a tin packed with Pokemon treasures. It's got the cute little guys on the back. Let's see. Contains packs inside. You got 5 Pokemon booster packs, 3 foil cards. You get the guys on the back, Rowlet, Litten, and Popillo. So pretty cool. It's nice to have the cases. You know, honestly, having some type of protection system for a kid's cards is important. So that lunchbox tin is a pretty big deal. So we brought in 3 of those. And we talked a little bit about Munchkin and Halloween. So, hey, can you tell why Darcy ordered that one? Hoping to sell it so somebody wants to play this with their family in October. Mewtwo is a staple, so bringing in more Mewtwo. It's also Shining Legends, so new releases, pretty easy pickup, iconic character, pin that's going to rock things, and 3 packs. These are great deals. I expect these to sell. I'm hoping to reorder them. I would love to order more Pokemon. And then since we're trying to get people into the game and build our base, we did order, these are battle decks. So in here you have the legendary birds. We got Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, 3 different deck types people can buy. So we have starter decks already, but we're bringing in legendary battle decks. Got the tins, got the trainer kits, trainer boxes. We're just trying to increase that Pokemon until we reach the critical mass. And that gets us through our GTS order. 5 boxes. Honestly, we had a bigger ordered with the Ixalan release. Not to throw out too many numbers, but, you know, we had the $2,000, $3,000 orders last month, and we're still ordering and trying to sell through and build up and make enough profits to, you know, turn it into something real. So we started with a no-debt model, just building off what our internet sales were with Magic collections, and now we've probably doubled our stock, maybe tripled our starting stock, sold through some things, stocked away some money. The one thing I would like to buy more of, if you're listening to this and you have a collection of old Magic cards in your basement, or you're thinking I should sell to buy some furniture because I need to grow up, or I'm getting married, or I'm having a kid, or I'm going off to college, or you have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards you haven't played in 3 years, or you have Pokemon base set cards, come visit because we are buying. I can't order those from distributors, so why I can talk to you about Lycanroc and why I'm bringing this in and how it's part of our brand identity and how it's part of what we're marketing and it's part of our events. The reason we have events, the reason we do marketing is because really a large percentage of our profit margins are on the secondary market. So the more Pokemon I can sell, hopefully the more Pokemon used singles I can buy, and then the more I can sell online. We really need to sell at high volumes online to make our business model work. So why do we care about building a Pokemon community? Well, there's a big educational factor, there's a big family factor. There are in-store sales that matter. We genuinely care about the community. But one of the main benefits for us in selling any pack of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Card Fight Vanguard, Final Fantasy, whatever we're going to sell, we hope to buy back some of it in singles. So when we talk about a store, we talk about added value and how we can offer more than the internet, how we can offer more than Walmart. So we have our play space, we have our tournaments. But another big thing, somebody got magic packs out of me without spending $1 because they brought in a bunch of planeswalkers to trade. And some people have left. I spent $1,300 on a magic collection last week. They left with enough money to go get furniture for their family after moving. That was a real reference there. But we try to give our customers extra value by making the things they pull out of packs worth store credit, worth cash. I'm not saying you're going to make money by opening packs and flipping to us. You're not. But you keep cards in your basement for a couple of years, or you want a new board game and you trade out some magic cards, or we had a kid sell us a special, I got it right here, I'll show it to you. Some middle school kid brought this in. I paid him cash for it. He left happy. I'll sell it. Maybe I'll sell it online. Maybe I'll sell it in store. What was he going to use it for? He liked the cards. He liked the Pokemon. He likes to collect Pokemon. But the energy card, he was like, meh, I'd rather have cash. So that's our order. That's our business plan. We want to generate enough in-store traffic to help us with online sales. We want to have enough in-store traffic to sustain itself. Maybe we'll have enough in-store traffic one day to have a manager. But we are building from the ground up. This isn't really a boom or bust. This is we ordered 5 boxes and we're going to show you what we're doing. So if you're local and you want to come buy the Like and Rock box, come get it. If you're just interested, maybe share, help your friends. 1401 Main, Great Bend, corner of Forest and Main, across from the courthouse. Mind Sculpt Games, or Games Build Brains. Ooh, I'm ready to be done talking. See you later.